I was kidding. I'm going to Richmond today. I've already done about 5 miles. I went to the weed store to get some hashish and a pipe because I've been keeping on missing that, or they've been out of my way. And it's pretty neat. You walk in there, no ID, no nothing. I just asked them for the littlest bit of hash, and it was like 35 bucks, and it's a little teeny piece, but that's all I need. I don't get too high much. So it's still smoky out here. I've got 19.8 miles to go. I chose Google Maps because it was easier from the weed store. Sorry about that plane up there. They have planes up here in Canada. Anyway, I would never suggest you do what Google Bike says to do, because they should have put me back on the route there. I should have just taken that. It just added like 3 or 4 miles. So I'm at the top of the, I'll get to the top of a hill and I'll be back. All right, so I'm on a little gravel farm road. These are kind of slow going, but it's kind of part of the deal. They take you away. They're heading me, I think, Google Maps to the route there 1, which there's probably 14 route there, and they all go between different little towns, and you pick little ones, and they have hubs, and they go off from each other. So I've been on the 1 for a while here, except when I got off of Google Maps, which I think I still am. But at least I'm heading downhill right now. Went into a store with all these creams because I'm getting burned up. I've got some sunscreen. I was gonna get some, and this whole store has all these fancy creams. No sunscreen. So she just said, nope. I said, okay. Went out, getting on my bike, and I noticed I'm parked right next to a store with all these sunscreens right in front of me. I was like, why didn't the woman say they had it next door? So, I don't know. Went in there, didn't see a price, gave it to the lady, and $29 later for a little tube. I'm like, Jesus. So it's kind of weird here. You never know what's going to cost a shit ton. I think it was a fancy baby store or something. But this baby sport tack did. Whoop. As Chili Willy would say, whoop whoop. All right, big downhill. Time to get serious here. It's gravel, so I'm going to shut this off. All right, I found the route 1. That means it's going to be a little easier going, a little flatter, better road, and so let's see, 12 miles to Windsor. That's probably going to be lunchtime. Okay, this is what I'm more used to. A little cute stream up there, and smooth path. Got some kind of interesting Canadian graffiti here. It says crime, but besides that, it looks pretty harmless. What do I know? Maybe there's a gang up there waiting for me. But I got my selfie stick.
Move like seaweed. Roman took another step closer to Torm. The crowd began to disintegrate as many groups broke off from other larger groups, and the street began to empty. Roman was right behind Torrance group. He closed his eyes and got ready. He started counting.
All right, walking up another hill. Whew. Pretty good one. Just ran into a Quebecois guy, probably 70. Said he was from Windsor, which is where I'm going to eat some pizza. And he started asking me questions, and I said I didn't speak French that well, and he didn't care. He wasn't going to speak in English. That's the way it is. When you get out here a little further, they don't have any need to speak French. They're not in the service industry. So I pressed on and told him all the places I've been, where I live, all that fun stuff. He told me about his life. Oh, there goes another e-biker just passed me. All right, off to Windsor to get some pizza. Do a little sightseeing before lunch. Lunchy lunch in Windsor here. And this caught my eye, so I was like, well, let me take a little video here. How about that, huh? Pretty serious stuff there. Amen to that. All right. Off for some pizza. All right. Got to the damn pizza place here. And it's closed. It's supposed to be open. Closed on Monday. Today's Tuesday. Mailed. All right, that was a good lunch, but we are out of English here. These people are just speaking French to me. That's it. I gotta get it on with my French, because even the waitresses are not having my English. A couple of big trucks went by, but whatever. This seems like a pretty quiet road. So I had a bagel with salmon, a couple little pieces of fruit, and a Pepsi. It was $27, $32 with tip, so that wasn't cheap. Not bad though.
Do you? This is the last time I'm going to say this to you. Let's go home. Roman turned around and faced the windshield. Dante pulled back into traffic.
I'm on the way from Richmond, from Windsor to Richmond. And this is the St. Francis River. Pretty neat. These guys have got a little setup there on a little island. The shade tent, motorboats, and the whole river to themselves. Like I got this whole path to myself. 6 miles to go. So these are Kel bags. You notice they have a spot here in the front and the back for water. And down here, this compartment has holes in the bottom, so you can put a wet raincoat or something in there and it'll drip dry through there. You get this compartment in here for your whatever, and it's empty. Got my clothes in there. So really I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 water bottle holders on this bike. Not that I need them, but nice to have. All right, I'm here in Richmond, almost. And you can see in the back, I've been following that pretty river. Beautiful, pretty shady. I will say I've been on gravel for probably 25 miles, and man, gravel is rough. It just shakes you, and you better make sure if you're gonna do a tour like this, you have good brakes and good tires, because it doesn't screw around with these hills. I mean, you gotta have good brakes with this gravel and thing. So, but let me go see what my room looks like. I'm gonna show you, every town has a spire. I just saw it, silver painted, the Catholic Church, boom, boom. Always kind of cute. So I'm gonna go and see the spire right now and check in. Yeah, look at that. First store I come to. Good old Sac. So I got my wine for tonight, and there's a grocery store, Maxi, right across the street. That's my favorite grocery store, Maxi. It's like Publix or Giant or something like that. So these stores are kind of like a grocery store in the States, but they're kind of like warehousey, you know? They don't really unpack everything, but seems to work pretty well. Prices are, who knows, you can figure that shit out, especially after riding all day. I'm looking for some mussels or some oysters smoked. Okay, got to the hotel, did my shopping, got to the hotel. It's like a dump, and there's nobody answering. There's nobody here, so I'm not sure what to do. S'il vous plaît. Knock for the store, yeah, whatever. All right, this is gonna be fun. Just had my pizza. Pizza here is always kind of undercooked and mushy, and I mean, it's pretty good, but just not what we're used to. Just undercooked and mushy. So the guy called me back with the combinations to get into the room here. So I'll go through that with you. So there's the Hotel Central Tavern. This is the Hotel Central. It looks like I'm gonna have to be hauling all my shit up here. Look forward to that. Let's see what the combination is here. 1, 2, 4, 8. Well, it looks like there's a bar over there, and that's gonna be my room up the steps. Time to haul all this shit up here. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, it actually looks pretty nice. The outside looks like a super dump. Let's see what the inside looks like. All right, here's the combination. All right, that's what the combination was for, and this is key. Oh, Lordy, we're in my room. Look at this. And it is pretty warm in here. All right. Well, I gotta go back and get the bikes, drag everything up here. Ooh, an air conditioner. Ooh, look at that, a shower. Okay. Turn this on. And it's even plugged in. All right, time to go get the bikes. All right, well, what a dump from the outside, but inside is cute. And I got the AC going. I got my pizza. That's my douche. I take a douche. And I'm happy. All right, and I have a little view of, let's see what I got, a little view of Richmond. Yeah, baby. Oh, look, there's the hotel sign. Yeah, look at that, a little Canadian sense of humor there. So this is my hash I bought and pipe. So that was $40 for the two. I don't know how much, I don't ask questions because I don't speak the language that well. So that little thing there looks like some sort of, I don't know, but I guess it looks like hash. I'll go give it a shot outside. You bitches need to subscribe and like.